Hey everybody, if you don't already know, I'm O and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna go back and share with you all some of the easy, affordable, and somewhat unconventional projects that helped us take our home from a drab and dated look to something a little more fresh and modern. Check it out. We're focusing mostly in our living space and our dining room as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. The first thing that I'm going to share with you guys is paint. Now, obviously, we've painted walls and whatnot over the years, but in areas such as this handrail on our staircase, where the paint is obviously old and caked up, we went ahead and used some paint remover, got the layers down as far as we possibly could, sanded it down to a smooth finish, and then went over it with a fresh coat of paint. We've owned this home now for several years, and it is at this point over 100 years old. So it is full of charm and full of character, and we love all of that. But you know, over time, your style decor wise changes, so you want to make updates, and every update doesn't have to be a full-on renovation. So we've taken a few steps, done a few small, I would say, cosmetic projects over the years to kind of bring us into a more modern look. Moving on to our built-ins and the mantle over our fireplace. This did look one way when we first purchased the home, and then we had someone come in and build out a new one, and it's gone through phases over time. We left it with the unfinished wood for quite some time, and then over when we were actually all in quarantine, I painted it white. But like I said, your style changes over time, and I wanted something more dark and moody, so I went ahead and cleaned it all off so that we can add a dark color paint to it. This paint is tricorn black. There were some details added that were just not my style at this point, so I did go ahead and remove it, and I just wanted to add a simple trim around this woodwork that is above the fireplace. Now this is where it gets unconventional. At this time, I was still getting comfortable with working, with wood and going through the lumber area of the store. And I just saw these yardsticks and was like, this is the perfect size. This is the width and the length that I need for what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to think outside of the box and kind of keep it simple. So I went with this wood. Now, obviously, this is not something that you have to do. You can actually go into the lumber area of the store and find the proper wood. But I mean, wood is wood. I sanded it down and it turned out just fine. I did finish off the inside of the fireplace with a high heat paint, and the next step was to update the hearth. I believe that's what this area is called. The tile that was there was something that we had put into place since we owned the home, but again, it was time for something newer, something fresher, and I wanted something a little kind of eclectic, so I went with this tile that I found on Amazon. I'll be sure to link everything that I can in the description for anyone who is interested. I actually worked pretty hard to find this tile because I wanted something that had a fun pattern, but also something that would withstand the heat of the fireplace and that was also water resistant. So I'm super glad that I found this tile. It was super durable and strong. So I've noticed a lot of the time with exterior doors in older homes, they tend to be these flat panel doors with no trim. A lot of the trim and the molding that you see on the doors, more so nowadays, they tend to be without that. So I wanted, again, a simple, easy, and affordable way to add some character and trim or molding or whatever you want to call it to these doors, without too much measuring and cutting and then the angles and all of that. I don't know why just the idea of that intimidated me, just to be transparent. So I spotted these, I guess they're like yard signs. I've seen them all over the place. You see them in like Dollar Tree or Family Dollar or Walmart, stores like that. Now, these aren't typically something I would use, but when I saw them, all I saw was frames. So once you remove the insert or the design or whatever, what you're left with is essentially molding. And that's what I use these 2 panels to just add some texture to this exterior door. And just with a few dollars and a little bit of effort, I, gave the doors a new look. With these unconventional methods, of course, I understand that this is not everybody's style, but there are plenty of us who, desire a new look. And a lot of the times we tell ourselves that, it'll just have to remain that way until we can do something, until we can hire somebody to come do it. And, before you know it, a small project has ballooned into this big renovation, and not everyone has that to do. So hopefully this encourages someone that if you have an area in your home and you're just tired of looking at it the way it is, there's always something that can be done. It can be done easily and it can be done affordably. Trust me. Now, this time last year, I decided that I wanted to spruce up this small area beside our staircase. I was really liking all of the wood paneling that I had been seeing. That seems to be very popular these days. I was really liking how that looked, but again, the cutting and the measuring of, the different panels and all of that, and then the ones that already come fully, paneled. I'm pretty sure I'm not using the proper term for that, but you know what I'm talking about. Those can be really expensive. I really just wanted the look. Okay, so I was super happy to find these adhesive wall panels that still gave me the look I wanted, although they were not the color that I wanted. In comes the magic of a coat of paint. So I added those to the wall and changed the color with some paint, and then added some lighting, and then just created a whole new look that to this day I absolutely love. I really think it really just, gave the space a more curated and modern look. Moving into our dining room, one of the elements that I really felt kind of was holding this space back was the lighting. This light fixture had been there for quite some time. Hopefully I can find a clip to throw in to show you guys how it looked before. I did do an update quite a few years back where I simply changed out the bulbs and painted the metal parts of the fixture itself, but it was really time to move on. Again, I wanted something more fresher, newer, modern, something that leaned more towards what my style is now. So after browsing Home Depot, and I believe I looked in Lowe's as well, I finally came across this drum style light fixture. It's a pendant style, and we had that installed because I don't play with electricity. Of all the things that I get involved and get my hands in, I've yet to dabble in changing out the electric of things. Not to say that I never will, but not yet. The next thing that I wanted to take on in the dining room was this wall, this huge wall that we have here. It's the wall between the dining room and our kitchen. It's a large wall, so it's a perfect way to, just add a moment. So I wanted to first brighten up the wall with some paint, and I wanted to add a molding or wainscoting, and again, trying to make what could be a very involved and lengthy project, try to make it a little more easier on myself, because I am doing these projects myself. If you're wondering why I keep trying to find the easy way out, I'm doing this myself, right? So I don't want to take on too much. So I was thrilled when I found these pre-made panels in Home Depot. Unfortunately, Home Depot didn't have the amount that I needed, and I was blessed enough to find tons of them in Lowe's so that we could still stick with the style that we had in mind. They were super easy to cut and mount, and then again with the fresh coat of paint, it completely transformed the space. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below, and don't forget to check the description if you're looking for any of the materials that I used in this video. And for those of you who are super social on social media, I totally get it. Don't forget, you can always leave me an emoji just to let me know that you were here. The most recent project that we took on that I feel really elevated this space is the work that we did on our built-in bookcase. I've really been inspired by all of these arched bookcases and arched doorways that you see all over the internet now. And I really just wanted to see what this bookcase would look like with an arch. Again, trying to avoid overworking myself and, just running into a lot of different issues. I thought long and hard about what materials could I use that would allow me to easily achieve this look. So I started off with a template, just using some regular foam board from the Dollar Tree, and then I transferred that template onto what was a much more sturdy and substantial material, which was these insulation foam boards. Super strong, super thick, perfect for this project, easy for me to cut. And then I also added some beadboard panels to the back wall of the bookcase, and again finished with a nice coat of paint and some new lighting. right, you guys, that is it, and that is all for this video. If anything, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope that you're coming away with some inspiration. Even if you don't do the unconventional ways that I did it, you can still just get an idea of what you can do, because whatever it is you're thinking that you can do, I'm pretty sure you can do it. It's going to take some time, it's going to take some effort, but you can do it. Okay, so please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.